Yes, at 9:15 he sent me the picture of the cow. And then he called me, because I missed the text. He called me at 9:19, told me the cow was in my driveway. And he said it wasn't doing anything, it was just there grazing on the front lawn. It's like, okay, I'll call the cops. We hung up the phone at 9:19, a minute later. I called Somerset County Sheriff's Department, their number. They said, okay, yeah, and I probably was not nice on that phone call. And then at 9:23, my son called me. Excuse me. Said that, it wasn't doing anything. His mom and him and my wife were leaving, whatever. At 9:27, the ACO tried to call. I missed the call. You can see where it bounced. And then at 9:28, she got through to me. I spoke to the ACO for a few minutes, and we agreed we would meet 5 o'clock that night so we could discuss what was going on with the cow. At that point, it wasn't doing anything. My wife and son were leaving. Okay, we'll meet up about 5 to see what's going to go on. What can we do? At 9:36, my wife called me and said the cow had been shot. Now, in between this, at the time I was talking to the ACO, my son looked out the living room window again and saw it taking the horns to the side of my wife's Navigator. It had its horns wrapped around the taillight, so it's hitting the tailgate and the fender at the same time, cracked the taillight, whatever. So he ran outside, across the porch, down the stairs, and when you get to the bottom of the stairs, the rear end of the Navigator, it's a good-sized SUV, is approximately 8 to 10 feet away. The cow was still on the side of the car. When he hit the ground, when he hit the bottom of the stairs, the cow noticed him. The cow then turned, blew, like a huff, it blew, and came for him. It was that 8 to 10 feet turned into 2 feet in a split second. My son carries, as do a lot of people. A lot of people carry. Most women I know carry that's in the purse, they don't even know it. Anyway, when it came at him, it was just it scared the hell out of him. And it was just and shot. It was a split second. I didn't want to die. That's exactly what he told me. He thought he was going to die. Nobody wanted to see the cow die, especially him. The entire thing has turned sickening. Especially when they charged my son without having the ACO report, which was told to me by the ACO officer. I find out yesterday that the DA office apparently never even had my son's report. They had mine for some reason. Why? My son and I filled them out at the exact same time, right in front of Officer Lambert, as him and I were talking about the other incident that happened. And we left them. They never left the building. And apparently my son's really never left the building because apparently it didn't make it over to the DA's office or it was lost. How is this an assumption of, yeah, and you read right in that article, wrong one, anyway, right there, that the district attorney was not going to press charges, that this case did not pertain to animal cruelty. The incident does not meet the criteria of the main statute, Title 17, Section 1031, and yet they showed up on my doorstep and charged my son anyway. Why? Because she gave in to outside opinion. She gave in to pressure. And if you ask me, it was so she could get that extra vote. Because unfortunately, everything happened within 2 months of everybody's office running. Here's something I haven't told anybody, and it sickens me. And if they're listening, I hope they call me when they get this. when they see this air, because I have called the Attorney General's office twice through this matter. They told me it wasn't my job and told me to call if I felt that somebody wasn't doing their job, that I needed to call the overseers of the bar.